Hello everyone. My name is Sarah Ritt. I'm an artist and a tarot reader. And this video is going to be different than any I've done before because I would like to take these videos in new directions. So some of them may focus more on my visual art, like this one. Some will focus in more on my tarot. But what I'm coming to understand is that all of that is interconnected. So, because I've never done this before, it is a bit of an adventure, and yeah, I decided to pull a card to start off this video, just to get a sense of maybe where I'm at and also what the overall theme of this video can be. And so the card that I pulled is Page of Cups reversed. And this is a light energy. It's intuitive, it's playful, it's water, so it's emotive. And it speaks naturally to, I feel like, to one of the most ideal places to be in as a creator. You know, there's just a really beautiful whimsy to this energy. And so when I got it reversed, the message is, it's important for the tone of this video to be light. And so I'm going to find a way to keep it light and enjoyable as I intuit my way through talking about some of my work, which is a very intimate part of who I am as an individual. So something that I have been learning about for a few years now, and also just something that I kind of realize again and again is a part of what it is to be creative and to really listen in to our creative voice, is it's the very thing that links my artwork with my tarot readings. It's the ability to listen in to that divine information and receive it. And so we all have this ability. I feel like it's what makes us psychic as human beings. Even if we don't label it that or acknowledge it as such, it is a really beautiful part of the human experience to allow ourselves to open up and receive divine information. And so for me as a visual artist, that happens visually, and also as a tarot reader, that happens every time I receive a message. It's as if the words are right there, and they may come out ahead of whatever my intellectual brain's process is. The words are there, the message is there to be relayed as I'm pulling the cards. So yeah, I would like to share with you a little bit of my artwork and how it kind of came into being. And so this piece that I created, this is a 45, a record, so it's a smaller record. And I created this when I was in quite a bit of emotional pain. I wasn't in a great place, and I don't even want to get further into that aspect of it, because this work, just like I'm telling you, this is something I was able to receive for myself and kind of allow myself to create, even as I wasn't in what I would consider an ideal space, because I was dealing with not great memories, and I was dealing with my own rumination over that. Something said, go ahead and do a little painting. So the first information that came to me about this as I started to create it is, I want to create something all in white, and I want there to be buttons. So each one of these that you see is a white button. Most of them I've painted over. And so, yeah, so very intuitively I started to, first I covered this 45 in white paint, and then I started to pick out buttons and just, it's really interesting being your own authority as an artist, because something said yes to this one, no to this one, and it came about very quickly. And yes to this placement, no to this, don't make it too busy. And the creation itself just opened up. And first it was actually facing this way. Now, I don't consider myself to be overtly religious, overtly Christian, but there's something for me that's very powerful about putting a divine symbol right at the top of some of my paintings. And so I just got this vision of a cross, and I fished around in all of my little bits and pieces of materials, and I found a little cross, and I put it on here. Acrylic paint, I will also say, is really cool to work with, because this is essentially all acrylic holding all of these little objects onto the record itself. And the record itself, because there are all of those little grooves, takes in the paint really well. So it's kind of a delight to be able to just cover a surface like this so efficiently and so completely in bright white, or any one color really. But I was able to just affix this cross here and have all of these arranged. Now, again, there's something so beautiful about the fact that creating intuitively it's such a non-linear process. So bright white was the first vision. Bright white and buttons in bright white. Now, this is me wanting to move past my own pain, and also just having this information come flowing through me in such a way where I actually could get really engrossed in my own creative process. So bright white, buttons, divine symbol, a cross, specifically a cross, and then after all of this came about, what I realized is it works better this way. And that's no disrespect to this really powerful divine Christian symbol, but there's something about the transformation of the work itself. When I flip it on its head, what I found is that the little buttons opened up like the cosmos, and it felt much more like my human self here was getting to experience my divine self here, and just the divine as a really beautiful, abstract, all-encompassing vision in my head. And so I love the way I was able to allow this whole creation to open up. And what I keep realizing over and over again as an artist is that there's so much interconnectedness between the creation of a visual piece like this, the creation of a tarot reading in which I receive divine messages and a whole process opens up that way, the creation of music, the creation of dance. It's all so beautifully interconnected, and it can be really transcendent. I feel like for me, it's been one of the most satisfying aspects of getting to be a human being on this planet, is getting to have these moments where I can transcend whatever pain I've been through, or whatever distraction is kind of present in daily life. I get to refocus my mind and allow divine energy to really just flow through me as I create something beautiful. And I will also say what I love about this work is the way in which it feels very organic to me. It's not a linear representation of who I am. It's just kind of its own entity that I brought into the world. And again, it came very quickly, you know? There wasn't years of analysis before, or studying textbooks, or even being in a class and having a teacher say, the artwork needs to come out this way. It's born out of my own experience and also my ability to receive that divine energy. So thank you for allowing me to express this vital part of who I am as a creator and as an individual. And I hope that you all enjoyed this. So something that I almost forgot to mention at the end of this video is that I am in the process of putting together a Patreon page. Now, something that I am really excited about with Patreon is that it gives those of you who are in the right place to make a small monthly donation to creators like me. It gives you guys a chance to kind of just help me out and support me. It's one way to show your support for the work that I do. And something else that I'm really enjoying about the whole format that they have is that they really allow me as a creator to set my own donation price points. So the lowest one is actually just $3 a month. And when you donate on that level, you have access to a creative community that I'm growing and that I would love for you all to be a part of. And also for just some little creative gifts that I have in mind to send back to those of you who donate. So yeah, please stay tuned for my updates on that as I continue to just kind of plan it out and put it together. I'd like to launch it on Valentine's Day, which is kind of my favoriteest holiday ever. And I would love for you to be a part of it. So again, please stay tuned, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.